Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pusheen Bowl, where we have the Seed 9 Gators taking on, the Seed 9 Glasgow Gators, Glasgow Gators, using their government name, versus the 10th seed Perth Peashooters. All right. And so first, just for starters, before I send it to my analyst over here, I'm FlamboJambo here on the play-by-play, joined with Typhoon here on the excellent prod, and my color commentator here with us today is EJ. EJ, I know you had a couple facts coming in for this match. I know there's a couple things you're looking forward to. Give us a breakdown on what you want to see this series.
Well, Peashooters, unfortunately, are currently coming off a 5-game losing streak, which has brought them down to the 10th seed. They were having a good start of the season, but have teetered off a little bit towards the end. They have had a lot of close games. Like me and Flambo were kind of going over their schedule.
Win-loss record, yeah.
And they definitely had a lot of close 3-2 games, even against some of like the top teams like the tardigrades and the vanillas.
That is correct. In fact, of all the teams that made it to playoffs, the Peashooters actually beat the Ballers and then lost to the first and second seeds of the tardigrades and vanillas by one map in both those show-offs. So while the numbers in the win-loss doesn't look great for the Peashooters, I was talking about, it's kind of ridiculous. I think they only have a -3 map loss rate when they are 4-9. So that means they win. When they win big, and when they lose, it's very, very close. So I'm excited to see how they play against this Gator squad that's been kind of on fire recently.
Yeah, they've had them on the other hand, they've had a 3-game win streak and have definitely looked better since they acquired Riddle and Fruitles from the trade, I think mid-season. So yeah, they are looking to come out with another win tonight.
Yeah, obviously both teams wanting to end up on a win, earn the prestigious Pusheen power prize. That's what they're getting today. I hope everyone's excited for that one. I do know as well there's gonna be a little bit of some goofy shenanigans going on. I heard a lot of off rolling, a lot of just playing for fun, because at the end of the day, that's what we're all here for. So we see the green being repped by the Gators here, as it looks like Lijiang will be our starting map. What do you want to see? Okay. What do you want to see here from either of these teams on Lijiang?
I want to see both teams like come out very confident and strong. I want to see like high tempo, like very aggressive plays from both teams, just to try and get the edge. At this point, it's the end of the season, nothing to lose. You're just playing for the glory of the Pusheen Bowl. So, if you look at the lineups, we do have Riddle Dog and Skyster, both of which are support players, are actually off-rolling onto tank. So, it'll be interesting to see what they pick.
I will tell you, Riddle Dog is a fiend on the wrecking ball. All right, I'll even throw back to the OTs day, where we are restarting, as I think we did not have all of the characters enabled. It is the same map, so we will still see probably the same stuff, but I am a little bit worried for Riddle Dog, though, because again, very well known ball player. Well, okay, very well known support and flex player. On that tank role, he feels the ball. He loves wrecking ball. It speaks to him, and it looks like Cello Guy knows that and is already coming out on this Sombra. So what? Sorry, go ahead.
Vikovs and Transflect, both of which were DPS for the Peashooters, are on support. Vikovs Kiriko actually kind of makes a lot of sense considering he was mainly a Genji player this season. Going to be able to go on the same flanks he does, but on Kiriko. Oh,
and we are heading into a... Okay.
I think I've had that glitch before.
All right. We're for stream having a little bit of difficulties here. It's Typhoon is running into a little bit of a bug, so he is going to try to troubleshoot real quick, and we'll get in super fast here. But we can keep talking about these team comps. We're seeing a very high damage output composition here for the side of the Peashooters, right? Opting onto that Alari Kiriko, both of whom essentially DPS in their own their own rights, right? That makes sense that the DPS players are moving on to them. Razmataz Farah, it's an oldie and a goodie. All right, we've seen it quite a bit in the old days. Not a whole lot this season, so I'm excited to see what she's going to be able to do. Of course, not very many hit scan on the side of the Peashooters to really deal with her very effectively. Except so that'll be up to Transflect to really try to control that space, and possibly Cello Guy to try to hack her out of the air there. But
yeah, definitely. The double ball is very interesting. Very interesting from both teams. Which it's gonna lead to like the more stationary supports like Transflect and then Frutos on the other side. They're gonna have to be careful of their positioning so they don't get caught out by like the ball dive that both the teams are gonna have.
Yeah, positioning is definitely gonna be the game of the word of the game as behind this first match. It's really gonna be up to where are these balls playing, where are they going to try to take advantage of, their high mobility, potentially high damage output, high disruption, right? As we do get the R from our prod, we're getting ready here, so let's head in onto this is Gardens, right?
EJ Gardens, yes.
Yeah, all right. All right, we do see both teams kind of opting to play on this bridge, of course, with the Farah potentially looking for a big boop early as they find Transflect immediately. Like we said, that kind of high disruption coming out the Torb turret. Trying to zone off Real Dog a little bit on this support as Raz will find another one on Skycer, and Vikovs Razmataz tearing up the skies right now. Will break that turret as Real Dog now in that backline trying to find Poi. Can he find him? He will. And it's going to be a very speedy first point capture for the side of the Glasgow Gators.
Yeah, Raz gained a lot of value on the Farah. Skycer going down early there was not great. Big anti-nade on the backline though.
Yeah, Transflect very low. Vikovs and Transflect will both fall. Flip-Flop will die, getting hacked up by Cello Guy, and Fruitles will also fall. So there's no supports on either team right now. As Real Dog in a little bit of trouble will fall. Skycer picking up his 3 in a row now, trying to find more, looking for Raz. We'll get that as well. So now Skycer answering Raz's big plays previously with his with their own, capping that point. Only 30% for the Gators.
Yeah, when both the supports got traded, the Peashooters comp was definitely better because they have like a Torb with a lot of damage against the ball with the turret
Fruitles in trouble by Skycer. Big slam. We'll find Fruitles here. Got caught out a little early as he'll find Flawless and Flip-Flop as well. Raz will trade out Cello Guy, but Real Dog needs to try to get out. Has to go to that Mega. And, only being down the Sombra, she has those little Ender Pearls now. Can very quickly get back. As Raz trying to once again take out in this high ground, breaking that turret. We do see a Pulse Bomb coming up as well as Nano on Fruitles already. No other, well, now Nano does come out on Raz already, so they're looking for it. She does get hacked up. Looking for Cello Guy, but Flawless is the first of all. Cello Guy so low, Vikovs so low. The core comes out from Poi. The mine from the Skycer trying to find anything. Cello Guy falls, Real Dog falls, Razmataz falls. All these ultimates coming out, but it looks like the fight will go in favor for the Peashooters as now Flip-Flop finds Poi, but has to, you know, jump off the edge there to avoid being staggered. So we do see Flawless swapping over on this Sombra, potentially try to deal with Skyster a little bit. Who's again been on a rampage. As Raz immediately taken out.
Immediately taken out. Riddle Dog does have Minefield of himself for himself, and Cello has an EMP. So we'll see if they can counter out the Minefield.
Mines do come through. They find the Transflex using the Ultra Dome. Everyone's so low. Flawless is the first to fall. The Razzatides will find Vickops. Cello Guy literally 1 HP. Will pay for it. Riddle Dog will fall. Transflex finding Razzatides though in the air. Skyster still half HP, but the point is flipping. Transflex so low. Can't come in to try to help Skyster. Now it's just Skyster on point as Flip Flop once again gunning down Koi. Big anti into Skyster as he's going to try to roll out the Susie from Vickops is there, but now Vickops is in trouble. He doesn't have any abilities. He'll die to Fruitals. Flip Flop getting another. Flip Flop just playing Battle Mercy.
Yeah, he is. These fights are going super fast. These ball comps are very much reliant on like first engages and like getting a good dive in. So we'll see how they approach this next fight for the Peashooters, trying to push back into the point.
Skyster just accidentally missed. Cello Guy falling very low, has to translocate out. Is getting booped around. The Riddle Dog, can he find him? He can. Cello Guy is now the first fall. Transflect falling very low, will fall. Vickops has ult but dies with it, so now there's not going to be a gate in this fight. We're looking at potentially last fight coming up soon. Flawless will die. So now you don't have to worry about the threat of an EMP coming in these later fights. There's a big sleep on Skyster. Oh, this could be a terrible stagger as the res does come on Flawless as well. The hack from Cello Guy trying to find anything, but Cello Guy will get out. Oh, he gets slammed up. Has the pylon though, staying nice and healthy. Both supports are looking at that Sombra. So Cello Guy will stay up. They have gate for the side of the Peashooters. But you're walking in a Nano, you're walking in a Barrage, you're walking in a Valk. It's gonna be so tough to get this value at. Yeah. As immediately Riddle Dog's already in there. The ults are coming through. A big sleep on the Skyster and a hack as well. Skyster's half HP if they can find him. He's not gonna have the mines. The Barrage comes through, finds Vickops, finds Transflex. Flawless will fall. Cello Guy so low. Skyster gets the mines off. He's 1 HP. Flip level 5 Koi again. As Skyster's 1 HP on point. Can they get him? Raz will finish that kill as the overtime clicks away. I think Flip Flop has the most final blows on her team.
Flip Flop doing a ton of work with the Glock in that last fight. Just distracting Cello. Cello has to contest the Mercy. Because you need to like just eliminate the supports as soon as you can, because you are down a few members, but crazy fights throughout that round. This is looking like a really competitive match so far.
I asked Flip Flop for a final blows check, and I simply got no clue, doesn't say. So unfortunately,
now we got
we'll see. I asked if it says blaster kills, but we'll find out as we see the Roadhogs now coming out by both these tank players. 10 blaster kills is the answer that I've gotten.
And Vickops being on the Kiriko is very helpful in a hog mirror scenario, because you definitely want to use the Suzu to cleanse the hog anti.
Oh, the big hook on the Bastion! Poi is immediately out of this fight. What a great hook, and Flawless will find Vickops as well, trying to go in to save that Bastion, but will pay for it with his life. A big anti-nade to keep the team nice and healthy for Fruitals, as now the point will surely flip, or start with the Gators having that control.
Yeah, big hook from Riddle coming out, and they hook each other.
There's so much trouble. We do see Terraform come through, but another hook on the Mercy. But Flip Flop lives. Razzatides with a nice pick on Vickops and the body block by Riddle Dog to keep Flip Flop alive. It's insane how much value is coming up. The hack by Cello Guy does come through. Poi falls. Translocate very low. Will die to Flawless with that junk spam. As Cello Guy forced to translocate out, and this is looking so far much more one-sided for the Gators.
Yeah, Gators winning these first two fights like so single-handedly has allowed them to gain like 5 ults. Tyra comes out immediately.
Tyra comes through, nice Suzu by Vickops to keep the entire team alive, but the Nano comes through as well as the whole hog from Riddle Dog. They're trying to find anything here. Razzatides gets a nice boop onto Cello Guy, so now Cello Guy out of this fight is Flawless still able to. So much spam is just coming through. The point is the Bastion ult gets canceled by Riddle Dog. A nice anti as well, and Skyster, so Skyster falls. the ult rotations right now by this Ana and this Hog is going so well into this giant spam by Razzmatazz and Flawless. It's just so hard for the Peashooters to even walk through this point, much less walk out of their spawn.
Yeah. Peashooters did get a bunch of ults out of the Gators. They have a good ult bank coming in here. They just gotta get that advantage early. That's not a good start though.
Yeah, the nice bait by Flawless there to pull Skyster a little bit deep. Allows Riddle Dog to get that kill. Another nice hook as Riddle Dog. I think he has 100% hook accuracy. If I'm counting right. I don't want to jinx it.
It does seem like he's hitting like every hook.
Hit the sleeping Hog. Skyster does get Riddle's loss as well. Soon to fall. The whole Hog under Riddle Dog to find him.
Do they get the touch?
But the point, they're not able to get there. And the Gators looking so much more dominant in that second map of the two, but I wonder if that was just a more favorable, comp that they were running there. Great great ability rotations, and that spam is just so hard to walk through, especially when you have to. I'm assuming they had to play the Hogs, so.
Yeah, the Junk did a ton of work and like preventing them from just leaving the spawn. Like you watch here, they're just like, it's so hard to walk through that door with like Junk just constantly spamming through it, and then you have to worry about the Hog hook as well. Just better DPS comp from the Gators to close out that second control round and close out the map.
And I did get a confirmation. The number of blaster kills for Flip Flop that round was 16 by the end of the match. So 13 on map 1, with a lot of them being final blows. I know it doesn't track those, unfortunately, but we'll see if she gets more as we head into hybrid. But for now, we're going to send you off on a map break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here in the Pusheen Bowl.
Run free, so I drown them out at night with my TV. You know I got to try to ignore these thoughts that go back and forth inside my head. I should stop before I'm in too deep and I can't go back. Fire is burning through this silence. I can't take it, can't control this flame we started. You know I fire in my heart, yeah. Fire is burning through this silence. I can't take it, can't control this flame we started. You know I fire in my heart, yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pusheen Bowl, playing for the extremely sought-after Pusheen Power Prize. All right. Currently, the Glasgow Gators are up 1-0 in this best of 5, or first to 3, I guess I should say, as we will be heading to Numbani as the map choice from the Peashooters. We do see a couple of swaps and rotations by the side of the Gators. However, the Peashooters running it back on that same composition. What do you think needs to change here, EJ, for the Peashooters, or what do you want to see coming out as we head into Numbani?
I'd like to see like more confidence in like their play and like just being ready to like, especially being ready to like, don't be afraid to like switch stuff if necessary, because we saw them in the Hog 1v1. I don't know if it was an agreement between those teams to do the Hog 1v1 type thing. but it definitely favored the Gators towards that second round. So it looks like there's going to be different comps now. So hopefully the Peashooters play more to their strengths and like play more confident this next round to try and secure the round win on uh, hybrid.
Well, it looks like there's no longer the agreed upon tank matching going on. But you know what? This is an oldie and a goodie. This is, OT's classic. Sure is probably discovered by someone else first, but the Symmetra TP with Ryan on Numbani. Go up on the high ground, get rid of it all, kill everybody, and drop on the point. I love to see it. So we'll see if it works out here for the side of the Peashooters. Of course, with Skyster and everyone on those off rolls, but they are actually opting to go lower right now. They aren't teleporting up top as we see this rotation onto this low ground. Okay, never mind. It's a very elaborate teleport. They make the on a drop, and they might find the Moira here. Instead of falling very low, it's flip-flop as well. As Vicos gets first blood onto flip-flop, but will pay for it with his life as well as finding that pick. Boy finds Teddy M, and now Etc. trying to poke in this damage. Razmataz will fall to Skyster. Etc. forced to fade out as now Boy with a very aggressive teleport will find Flawless. Etc. falling as well, and that's what we like to see on the Reinhardt Numbani attack, baby.
Raz immediately swapping Orisa. Flawless also the Bastion. Taking that high ground TP was really massive. It forced the Ana completely out of the fight, and it was just Moira heals, and there's only so much Moira can do against a comp like Ryan, Bastion, Sim.
And especially right on Numbani, where half their team is playing on all these different high grounds and locations, Moira can't help everybody there, right? So very well done by the Peashooters to recognize that and take advantage of that so quickly. And very unfortunate for the side of the Gators in that fight. As another teleportation comes through. Cello guys, the first of all though, Teddy M with a nice nade, finding that pick on them. Vicos gets stunned up by the spear, falling very low. Poi as well in trouble as the boogers will find him. The tree comes through by Translate to try to keep Poi alive, but he will fall to flip-flop. As now Skyster is just swinging his hammer, trying to find Razmataz, falling so low. The tree healing is not enough when you're being shot by a Bastion and everybody on the team. So it looks like Vicos likely to get staggered out here, but we'll find flip-flop. A nice headshot by them. Kind of showing that DPS player that they have inside.
Yeah, and with these switches coming out from the Gators, it's very easy for the Gators to just get a ton of burst on this kind of composition. Support line, while it can do fine, having a Baptiste would probably be a lot better in this kind of situation because you have more poke from the Bap gun and you have more healing with immortality and shift and all that.
All right, well, we see Batchnell. It's very big. Finds Cello guy. The life weaver pull to keep Vicos alive in this fight as the coalescence will come through by Etc. The wall blocking so much. The shatter is used. Flawless is getting healed up by the Ana, though the Ana didn't get caught. The shatter, the pin to come through to find the Bastion. You know, I've been there, Skyster. Oh, but he gets pulled out. Weaver pull does keep Skyster alive. The fade by Etc. They're trying to find this pick as flip-flop using the dupe. As the gate now from Vicos, they really want to win this fight. They're committing so much as the ult by Telguy finds Teddy up. Now, once again, you're in the position where Moira can't heal everyone. Flip-flop will fall. Telguy falling low. Vicos falling low, but Etc. is once again the one to die. As now it's just the Orisa will die late. And you know, I was gonna bring up that there was definitely an ult advantage for the side of the Gators going into that fight, but they just kept fighting for so long that it ended up paying off for the Peashooters, and they made it work. So
yeah,
we will see this cart continue to push forward.
Yeah, that pull was very, very good to get Skyster back to safety. Big kill by Cello guy.
Yeah, we will see this this point captured in the nano is used as well as the tree here. As Cello guy will fall, but both supports are now dead for this side of the Gators as Raz is now kind of left alone. Will get pinned up, and that's kind of a late death. That's not what you want to see if you're the Gators right now. As they're trying to reset up here, they did use nano, but you did get out tree yourself. So, but getting around this corner is so big for the brawl for the side of the Peashooters.
And this is what we want to see from the Peashooters. They're taking first tempo and they're just rolling with it, and they're catching Gators off.
Big pin by Skyster, but gets speared out by Razmataz. Flawless finding that finishing blow. Shello Guy and Poi now very, very low. Poi trying to find etc. The reset ult comes through, won't find anything as Shello Guy just melts him. Flawless will find Poi, but etc. will fall. So now you're looking at just Teddy healing here. Flip-Flop will finish up Shello Guy, and it's kind of a anyone can win this fight still right now. Flawless had to use that turret form already, so now Skyster's already back. Able to put so much pressure here back onto this cart, but Razmataz is on their way back. The Bastion ult comes through by Flawless. Who are they looking for? Who are they looking for? Suzu comes through, will keep Vicos alive, but now they don't have the Suzu. Skyster dies. He gets pulled, but the Coalescence just goes through, burns him out, as now, etc. Excuse me, looking for more. Will go into that backline, finding two with the skill orb. Shello Guy and Vicos will now fall, etc. Looking for more, trying to find Transflex. Can he get it? Can he get it? Yes, he can. Keep going, keep going. Will fade out eventually. Got what he needed. You know, triple kill always feels good on Moira.
Yeah, these are some. That kill on Transflex was a pretty big stagger. Peashooters have 5 ults coming into this next fight. So Gators did have to use a lot.
Big Shatter will find etc. But he gets pulled away. He isn't able to get the kill. So etc. does stay alive at the cost of the nano. The gate will come through on response by Vicos to try to push forward, but Poi is so low. They need to be careful. Flawless will get Poi because of it. And the Dragons as well just completely end this tempo. The tree is committed. They want to fight this. As Skites are going very deep. As the Bastion ult coming through from Shello Guy, they're wanting to find Tedium or etc. here. Looks like they're going to go for Flawless instead. Flawless staying very healthy as both the swords still on him, healing him up, but this payload getting past that corner is still very good. Razmataz using the Ramatra form, trying to zone off as much as she can. Skites here, he is half HP in that kind of cubbyhole. Shello Guy will find Flawless though. Now advantage is on the side of the Gators, and now a nice off angle by Poi, trying to find etc. and Razmataz, trying to get them out of position as a big pin by Skyster going in, forces the Nemesis Storm by Razmataz and the Coalescence by etc. Flip-Flop so low, alone on that. What a nade by Shello Guy! I don't know if that was caught, but it just bounced off like 3 different walls and hit a Flip-Flop at 1 HP. The Bastion ult does come through, will find Poi and Transflex. So both Bastions showing up right now. Skyster finds etc. Now Flawless on point. They're fighting each other. Tedium will find Shello Guy. This cart is so close to the end. The nano comes through onto Flip-Flop. We'll find Shello Guy as Tedium. We'll fall to Skyster. Flip-Flop now in the backline. Gets shattered. Skyster using it. It's just Razmataz versus Skyster as well as the Moira there. So now Skyster probably wants that one back as now the cart won't quite make it 0.6 meters away.
They got so close. That fight lasted so long. Both teams just trading resources back and forth, trying to keep their advantage. Raz does have the Annihilation coming up, so that will definitely be a problem for the Peashooters.
Yeah, Annihilation very strong, especially again into this very brawl-centric comp, right? Raz will be able to just walk into Poi or Transflex and try to just get them entirely out of this fight. A big teleport comes through, and that's exactly what she does. She finds Poi, she finds Skyster, just off of that Ramatra ult, and the gate is used as well as Vicos. That's so disastrous. They can't really get anything with that, as now he's in trouble because he doesn't have the teleport, and Vicos will also die. Oh, that's so bad for the Peashooters, as it looks like I don't even think they're going to be able to touch. They're going to have to teleport, and Skyster's going to have to make a Euro play, as Shello Guy trying to set up here, looking for, my guess would be Tedium. But
it's looking like Skyster is going to have to try and touch Skyster or Shello. Skyster does go
Skyster will go in, get the slam, but is immediately anteed up and will fall. The tree is used, the wall is used by Poi, as Shello Guy gets flip-flop, so it is an even fight right now. Razmataz falling, Vicos with that big damage in those headshots. Flawless committing the ult, gets hacked out of it by Shello Guy. Oh wait, it doesn't hack him out of it. Okay, yeah, interesting. I didn't know that's how it worked. But Vicos will once again get another nice headshot on etc. Bionade isn't quite enough, and the Perth Peashooters will cap in overtime on Numbani.
That was some really good focus fire onto the tank of the Gators by the Peashooters. Raz was kind of in a funky position, like sandwiched between the Simwell and the Lifeweaver tree. It looked like it was kind of hard for the healers to get LOS of her. So, very well.
I would like to. Sorry, go ahead.
Very well played to recognize that and just focus down the Ramatra, which could definitely do a lot of work if the fight was longer.
Yeah, I'd like to formally apologize to the Perth Peashooters there. I did not. I honestly was a doubter. I did not think they're going to be able to cap that final point. They proved me wrong. So really well done by them. Good ult usage. Right, they found their targets that they needed. Again, picking off Raz at the start, getting that tree and that wall, Poi and Transflect using the, that obstruction so well to burn out that tank, making it an even fight. So, and Vicos, of course, doing that damage. Again, off rolling. Normally they're Genji specialists, but hitting a lot of heads as this Kiriko.
Yeah. I mean, Kiriko is more of a DPS style of a support, if you could find those off angles. So definitely a character that Vicos can probably master and play.
So we'll see the Doomfist and the Diva.
Yeah, kind of interesting. See a Doomfist defense. We'll see how they make it work.
I believe.
Both teams just poking at the moment right now, trying to get any advantage.
Etc. in trouble. Yeah, immediately blows up the ploy. Maybe getting a little bit greedy there. Didn't really respect the Junkrat, so the Gators gonna have to slow down quite a bit now, being down one of their main supports, or I guess one of their support.
Yeah, and this is just a point that you can stall for so long. Even if you lose members, you can just soft disengage and come back. As guys are looking aggressive here, trying to contest the
Gives
Diva.
a nice punch under Raz, the pull as well to keep him alive, but the Genji is on Transflect. We'll use the deflect, finding Vicos of all people there. So now Vicos out of the fight. Transflect as well, falling very, very low. Needs to be careful. The dive is just so big right now. From this Genji and the Moira in this backline. Skyster will find flip-flop, but Skyster's so low now, running away towards point, but doesn't know that Flawless and etc. are currently set up there. As point will go for the Gators. Not quite as fast as the Peashooters got it, but still a decent chunk of change going into the second point.
Very scrappy fight. I do say that I do think Skyster could have played a little safer and tried to go for a recontest, but not a bad hold to start. It's still a better hold than what they did on their defense. So
yeah, ooh, flip flop getting the opening pick. Vicos now out of this fight again. Talking about him a lot, doing so much for this team right now. The blade comes out by Flawless. Oh, that's an unfortunate dash. Won't be able to quite find anything there for Flawless. Is now forced to back out. As Skyster's still going in. No cooldowns. He has the ult if he needs it. Will use it. The Suzu is used, but etc. has the fade. As Skyster now forced to try to get out. 1 HP as Poi finds Flawless. The bomb comes through by Razmataz. It could be big. Nope, not quite finding anything there. Raz does get canceled out of that flex chance, like shooting in those thorns. These guys are cleaning up, finding flip-flop. They're looking for Flawless if they can. The deflect is used, but the Kiriko's with him. He will probably live here, but Teddy and Flawless actually both die. Never mind. Caster curse. I apologize.
Skyster just getting so aggressive on the Doomfist, really trusting his supports to keep him up there. Vicos with an early pick.
Oh, the big punch on it, etc. Forces the fade, but Teddy putting in that Kiriko diff in chat, finding Vicos as Cello guy maybe at a little bit of a greedy angle, but Skyster getting the punch on Teddy. He didn't have the translocate as the
this is a
Poi
really
finds Raz. This is still a very winnable fight as Poi finds two. Flawless as well. It's just etc. towards that point, but they're coalescing Transflect. So Flip-Flop will take that kill, but again, most of that work was done by etc. finding Poi and Transflect there. This is certainly the Pusheen Bowl, ladies and gentlemen.
Certainly is. Big call to just secure that fight.
Skyster a little bit greedy there, I think. As he will fall. Flawless going in for more, trying to find Cello guy up on this high ground. Yeah, doing some pretty decent poke as we see the swap over onto Sombra by Poi. Dash comes through. Deflect is forced by Flawless, but hack doesn't quite come through. Is kept nice and healthy by etc. And we have a decent ult bank here for the Perth Peashooters. So
yeah,
they can definitely stop this as we see the visor and gate coming through. They're trying to find anything. They find flip-flop first, but Cello guy gets rocked, and doesn't really matter too much. We'll find Teddy not too much kill pressure now on the team as Skyster kind of low. We'll use the Meteor Strike. Vicos finding etc., but Translect will fall to Raz. The Meteor Strike, again, just to keep Skyster alive, I think. And, you know, I was just saying how they had that nice time bank, but they just used 3 of their 4 ults for nothing, really. I guess they won the fight and they stopped the tempo, but, you know,
Yeah.
the Gators
Skyster really aggressive push.
Blade comes through, a nice Suzu. Stops that initial slash on the Skyster. Flawless will follow, etc. will follow as well. Nice shot by Poi. And Skyster will eventually follow Flip Flop, but Teddy M will also die here. Flip Flop very low. Razzmatazz finds Poi though, so this is still just so scrappy. You can't go for either team.
Chevrolet is still on the high ground though, so it's gonna be very hard for them to get him off. Skyster,
Well, the Moira diving might do the trick as the damage orb will find Cello Guy. The healing, I don't know, I think Translect or Vicos was there. The Moira outdamaged the Kiriko healing as it looks like this payload will just get walked in as it's going to be very tough. Contest is poised there. The tree comes through as well by Translect. The gate comes through by Teddy M. They're trying to win this fight. Vicos finds Flip Flop at the start of the big flux by Razzmatazz finds 2 points right, etc. Points, the battle's still happening on the point. Big Suzu keeps Vicos alive. The gate comes through by Vicos now as Flawless will fall to Boy. Vicos finding Teddy M. They might stop it. The hands are forced by Razzmatazz looking for the rock will miss and Razzmatazz will fall. And the Perth Peashooters holding the cart and pulling out all those really big ultimates from the side of the Gators.
Yeah, it's last fight now. Gators have Visor and Cole coming in, but that on the other side, Visor for the Peashooters and an EMP. If they could get aggressive early like they did the other fight, that could be resources or ults forced early. See how they do.
Very low at the start. Flawless already falling by Poi. Very well done by them. As well as Skyster trying to just zone off these teammates, but walking into a 4v5. Cello Guy now has that ultimate. Boy has that EMP. The Coalescence comes through as well as the ult Visor. The EMP comes through, but Flip Flop finds first blood, finding Cello Guy. That fight is now canceled, but Boy finds Flip Flop. Both soldiers now out of this fight. The Doom Punch goes in. We'll find Razzmatazz. Razzmatazz, though, fully healthy by etc. has both the supports there. The Suzu comes through. Meteor Strike comes down. Crushes etc., but etc. doesn't die quite yet. Will eventually fall to Skyster as the positioning right now from these teams is a little wonky as Skyster's still going in. They're trying to find the Kiriko. They will find Teddy M. The card's pushing forward. The Flawless will follow. Just Razzmatazz left. We'll get Team Mac. And it looks like it will be the Perth Peashooters as Razzmatazz gets punched into a wall. It's just Flip Flop not able to touch, and the Perth Peashooters now making this an even 1-1 series.
Really well played by the Peashooters to get the second map. This is exactly what we wanted them to do. They have to play. We wanted them to play play confident, play with a better, faster tempo. And yeah, they definitely did that in the second map. We'll see if they can continue it, as this series is 1-1 now.
Yeah, so we'll see how these different teams, you know, come into that all-important escort map, you know. Can we see the tempo shift here for the Gators, or will Peashooters ride out this momentum? Now, don't go anywhere. We're going to head to a very quick map break. We'll see you soon. right. Welcome back, everybody, as we head into Rialto for the third map of this series. Once again, seeing a couple changes here in the rosters as maybe a potential leak. They're teasing the Vickoff's Widow, so I'm excited to see it. EJ, what do you want to see here? What do you think? What team do you think really is favored in this Rialto matchup, or do you think that we've seen so much silliness that you honestly just might not even know?
If Vic does go on the Widowmaker, that means Skyster and rest of the Peashooters will probably be playing more poke oriented comps. I do not know if this lineup from the Gators is ready, as we have ETC on the support. But
I have to admit a little bit, and I'm sorry. This might be ending the family friendly content, but has anyone ever noticed that this Omnic lady at the start of this spawn is kind of bad? Like, can we be honest here? Can we be honest here, chat? Anyway, we do see the Vickoff's Widowmaker coming out. Boy on that Genji, so they're kind of swapping up their own roles a little bit. And Skyster, in fact, on the Reinhardt. So worked on them on their first attack on Numani. We'll see if it keeps working as we see the Teddy M Doomfist. So I'm excited.
So it'll be a brawl style of comp from the Peashooters and a dive style of comp from the Gators.
As Brutal's with an immediate headshot. Brutal's pretty good at the Widow guy, by the way. Won the Widow 1v1 with his HUD off. Or second place with his HUD off. One of the two, as Skyster goes a little deep. Not quite able to get the pick there, but gets a decent amount of ult charge. Residaz going in, has the teleport, Translux will fall after a nice slam by Teddy and Poi, and Vickoff's falling very low respectively. Residaz will find Poi. Vickoff's is hacked up. Will stay alive, he's on that back balcony as Cello Guy looking for this upper, but Skyster finds etc. first. Vickoff's will fall once again to Frutals. Again, Frutals a little bit of a menace, so on the hit scan. Now finding Cello Guy. Okay, Frutals. Sight on who? sorry, chat. Frutals will fall. This guy's getting that fire strike on him. As we see Teddy M going in, trying to find more. We'll get have to use that block, try to stay alive. Poi falling very, very low. Bulldog forced to translocate away, and a nice pin by Skyster. Bulldog will fall. Poi on a nice chase there. The teleport by Raz goes so wrong as Wilcox will get a headshot. Skyster finding etc. Teddy M forced to try to dash out, but he's getting chased. Will fall to Poi. The shatter.
Big ghost fucker.
No, Skyster. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the Swiffer.
I respect it. You gotta get rid of those ghosts before they haunt you the rest of the series.
Vickoff's now putting Riddle Dog.
Peashooters are trying to interrupt the dive comp of the Gators. They have a very much a lot of sustain against a dive style of comp.
Teddy and Frutals dying early is not great for the side of the Gators. Is now just etc. on this point. But has Poi and Cello Guy looking at him as the cart will be walked in here. Skyster getting some nice pressures. The sight's coming through by Vickoff's. They know where you are.
Yeah, sights out for both teams. Both teams probably just gonna play it more defensive while those sights are up. Doomfist ult and support ults coming out from the Gators.
Yeah, Vickoff is slammed up against the wall, but has that healing. Teddy M forced to use the Doom ult to disengage. Was falling pretty low. They try to find Poi, but the punch misses. So Poi stays nice and healthy here. Cello Guy keeping him up, but Skyster looking for more. Poi in this backline, trying to find Frutals. We'll get it. Skyster finding etc. And Poi kind of disrespecting this Widow 1v1, honestly, as Teddy M will punch Vickoff into the water. Both Widows now dead as Riddle Dog trying to find more. Razzmatazz will now find Poi. The Valve comes through by Translax. The teleport Suzu by Raz to try to keep her team nice and healthy. The Glock by Translax, he's not finding anything. The Coalescence comes through by etc. Now Translax might pay for his life, playing a little bit too greedy, trying to get those kills. As Riddles finds Cello Guy, Translax will fall. Teddy M finds Skyster. And now it's a full tempo shift by the Gators. Maybe a little bit too greedy by the Peashooters there.
Yeah, big Coalescence to just like switch the tempo of that fight. It was an even fight, but with that Cole, you definitely secure it. Big shatter.
Big shatter to get Teddy M You know, looking for more, trying to find etc. etc. Will get out with 1 HP. No, he will get dashed on by Poi. Etc. now dying here. The window is used by Cello Guy, trying to just zone off this Widowmaker as Frudels will fall to Vickoffs. The lamp keeping him nice and healthy. As Poi looking for Razmataz. And you know, I'm gonna say it. You know, Vickoffs is getting so many more resources than Frudels at. You know, quite frankly, this isn't a fair Widow 1v1. I'll say it. Frudels hit that shot first, but was saved by Cello Guy's lamp. So I'm just saying, Chad. I'm just saying, dishonor. I'm just kidding. Obviously, yeah, but the punch comes through. Vickoffs will stay alive. Teddy, I'm trying to find on point. The gate comes through as well as the blade. It could be massive, but Razmataz falls so early. Cello Guy has that lamp to keep everyone healthy. And what a pin! Skycer with the pin of his life, etc. will find Vickoffs, but it looks like it's gonna be in vain as etc. will fall. Skycer looking for more as the Doom Slam will come through, but it's after the points already captured. Teddy with a big punch, trying to find more, will fall. And the Peashooters, holy moly.
Yeah, I was kind of scared for the Peashooters. They used 3 of the like important ults that before that fight started, but crazy plays from Skycer to get that Genji out of the way. Riddle now switching over to the junk. Sights are up from both teams.
Vickoffs will find Frudels here. The punch comes in by Tedium. They're trying to find more. Has to use that block, punches Cello Guy, but gets body blocked in that small space. Tedium will fall. Skycer as well, though, getting blown up a little bit deep there. Poi finds Riddle Dog. So this is still a fight in favor of the Peashooters. Translate can res this potentially if they want to be very greedy. They are up 2 still. Razmataz has to use that Suzu and that teleport. His Poi now going on the dive. Smells blood as they get the lamp by Cello Guy swinging, finds Razmataz looking for more. Can they get it? No! Poi gets blown up by Riddle Dog. The ult by Translate as well, trying to keep everyone healthy. As now Skycer pinning into the backline. Translate trying to find Frudels. He's hunting him down. Cello Guy instead taking that kill as the lamp comes through on Skycer. He has the slam! Tedium once again put on his back. The Suzu's just a little bit too late. The window will come through. They're trying to find more. Etc. falling so low. Force jump in the air. Will he live? Yes, he gets lamp just in time. Skycer in a little bit of trouble. He needs to sit in front of that lamp. Lamp as well comes from etc. Trying to find this extra damage, but Skycer is in such an awkward position. Will get blown up by Riddle Dog with the increased damage. Riddle Dog as well finding Chance Dog and Poi. Make it 3 for Riddle Dog. Then I'm finding Cello Guy now, and Riddle Dog gets 4 for 5 in that fight.
Great window from ETC, really setting up Riddle Dog to pop off like that. That was like 3 kills in a row through the amplification matrix. So big play by him to place it there. Riddle does have the tire now, while
Nice
the Peashooters have no ult.
Gets Skycer in, but Skycer wants to go deeper. As that pins even further in, does get slowed up, and Cello Guy with a nice headshot will delete Frudels. As the tire comes through, they're trying to find Skycer, but it gets blown up by Vickoffs. The Peashooters, this is the moment they really need. The slam is coming in by Teddy though, but he's so low, I don't think he can slam on top of anybody. Has to slam out. Skycer will find Riddle Dogs. Now that's all that damage now out for the side of the Gators. As the lamp is now used, also not available by ETC. The deflect comes through. Teddy will fall, etc. will fall. The slam goes down. Is Suzu'd. So Raz able to teleport away to Frudels. It's just Frudels on this point now. As Riddle Dog jumping in, has the conk mine, but getting pressured by Poi will fall. Frudels gets Vickoffs. It's still can be anyone's game. The rest comes through. Raz will fall though, and it looks like it's last minute touches here coming through, but Frudels still looking for more. Skycer's swinging on point, but he can't really get anyone. They're so mobile as Frudels is half HP, but Poi gets etc. Tedium still on this ball. The blade will come through. They'll find Frudels. They're looking for more. Tifa comes through. They find Razmataz. Poi finds Riddle Dog. Poi with 3 with that blade to finish out that fight with 30 seconds left on Rialto.
Yeah, insane last fight. Gators kind of used key resources like lamp. They used it a little too early in that fight, which led to a lot of them getting picked off early. And then at that point, you just have to stall as long as you can, or try and get picks, like fast picks. But Peashooters ending that round with 32 seconds, pretty decent time bank to end on. Gives them a chance at another round if they do get capped on defense.
Yeah, I mean 32 seconds, right? It's a solid time bank, especially for Rialto. Especially, I think since Overwatch 2 came out, I found it very difficult, personally, the full cap on Rialto. So
Same.
You take that 32 seconds, and you know, hopefully you don't need that. If you're the Peashooters, you're able to just hold the Gators here from what they want to do. But it looks like. All right, sorry. I don't know if stream can see the chat, but Vickoffs has to leave after this game, so Skyster's asking if they can get a hard Genji bot in his place, and honestly, I'm for it. I don't know.
I'm down too. Genji bot just gonna roll everyone. Alright.
So you do see Winston coming out and with double sniper for the side of the Gators here, as this high ground will be kind of firmly controlled by the Peashooters. It could be very hard for the monkey to jump into this, right? You're going into a pylon, you're going into Reinhardt. So you will dive in, looking for Cello Guy. The pin is there to try to keep him alive by Skyster. But this Widow has kind of a nice off angle right now about Fruitles, but it gets zoned out by Poi. The big jump comes through. We're trying to find Translike as Fruitles jumps into the brink. Translike will fall, so that's a nice early pick. Riddle Dog also dies, but Skyster pays for it by Razmataz. A nice anti-nade. Skyster maybe going a little bit too aggressive after that monkey dove into the backline. So, well played by the Gators to really take advantage of that.
Yeah, Skyster, with this type of backline Skyster has on the Peashooters, he needs to play more passive as Reinhardt. It's very hard to get aggressive with the Alari Mercy, because then the Mercy has to like fly in, and if that's happening, they're not pocketing the DPS. So Skyster got to play a little more patient, play really to just counter the monkey.
Poi with a nice pick on the Fruitles kind of wins that 1v1 on that sideline. Poi once again finds another. Translink will fall once again to Tenium. Nice dives by him so far. Etc. Will die to Chell Guy as Poi 1 HP by Razmataz. Oh my goodness, that feels bad if you're Liana, as he will get dove by Tenium, but Poi, I think, picked up all the kills that fight.
Yeah, great fight from Poi on the Soldier. Gators are getting close to Nano though, so they'll be able to Nano hope maybe the Winston and then get Primal off of that, and then try and cycle their ults from there.
And Riddle Dog is set up here. They're going 3, 2, 1, but the pin comes through onto Fruitles. Vickoffs will die to the Sombra after a nice dive, but Tenium will find Transfect as well. So backline is now dead mostly as Primal comes through. Poi finds Razmataz. Both backlines now in trouble as Shell Guy using that Alari ult will follow the Riddle Dog is now. Skyster trying to pin in this payload, but he doesn't have supports to keep him alive. As again, I think the dive is just a little bit stronger right now for the Gators as they'll walk it in to cap first point.
Yeah, and Skyster tries to go for an aggressive play, tries to get on the supports of the Gators. Gators do the exact same thing, and they end up winning out in the end. Both support ults for the Gators. Valk coming online soon though for the Peashooters. EMP as well though, so definitely ults heavily in favor of the Gators.
Alaria ult is pop up. Riddle Dog is blown up immediately as Poi finds etc. as well. Vickoffs will fall to Fruitles after a nice coordinated dive, but 2 for 1 and Fruitles pays for her life. 3 for 1 now as Poi going for more finds Tedium. It's just Razmataz left on this point. This could be a big stagger, but no, they decided just to kill Raz. You know, we're having fun here for the Pusheen power prize, as Skyster could be in trouble. Riddle knows he's there. He's pinging his team. I think Skyster's gonna get blown up and die.
Skyster, yeah.
Oh, well,
oh, they caught him out.
He's there. So he's gonna try to get out as fast as he can. It looks
still
like
kind of on a blank though. He is
with
in
the
trouble.
virus. Oh, Skyster's. Oh yeah.
They do
Raz
get the
does fall,
Ana though. That is
so...
not a bad pick. They have high ground advantage.
Ooh.
Both supports
and they get
down.
etc. And Fruitles. And Riddle.
Just a reset there for the Gators. But for the Gators,
Guy very aggressive, trying to find Tedium, forces the bubble. Still there. They might be able to get him if he really greets for it, but no. Etc. and Razmataz both back. That Cello Guy needs to be very careful. He doesn't have his jump.
every fight the Peashooters win is not great for the Gators.
Well, the EMP comes out. They're trying to find Cello Guy and Skyster. It's a little disastrous, I think, by Riddle there, as they forced the Valk at least, but I don't know if I like the EMP when you're already down 2. I think it's a bit of a hero MP as Transfect picks up 2 of his own.
I mean, this is I mean, this is a disaster for the Gators. They had ult advantage for 3 fights in a row and just got picked by random spam. And now the Peashooters have ult advantage. They have like 4 ults at this point. Vikov's using sights, just gonna delay it even more.
Oh,
Fruito's down too.
yeah. Fruitles again has that blade, so him dying early as one of the few ults, but a big shatter by Skyster quickly slept up as the nano comes through. No, Teddy messes up the pit. So they still find him. Skyster falling into the pit, of course. The nano does, again, is forced out here as the blade will come through by Fruitles, trying to find anything. Can he? I said it will get Vikov, but no, Fruitles dies to Transflect.
Big block from Transflect.
Yeah, the
Visor
visor
coming
comes
out.
through by Poi, looking for more. They get Riddle Dog, didn't have that freeze, etc. Will fall as well. And now again, we
Poi
talked
on a
about
massive flank.
ult prio as Poi finds 3. They're looking for Teddy. They get Poi, but Teddy will die. And now, 50 seconds left. The res comes through. Oh! Brutals. Swapping back over onto that Widow. We'll get that headshot onto Translect, looking for more. Can he get it? Well, actually, now Vikovs will get it. We'll find Fruitles. Poi falling to have HP. Vikovs as well, kind of low. But the Gators now walking to a 4v5 as 3v5 as Poi finds
They need to
etc.
reset.
And I don't think they can. They have 26 seconds. They need to get this high ground and really contest them. As Poi now forced to drop finally so low as they will get that pick by Riddle, but Skyzer's going deep. He's looking for the Baptiste or the Widow. The res comes through on the Poi. And now it's a 3v3 in 2 different areas on the map. The window
Gators
comes
do
through,
have
Razor
ult.
will fall, Tenor will fall, Big House falls, Translate falls. Nice shots by Fruitles and Raz. Fruitles finding 3 there. Skyster will find Fruitles on the end of it, but the fight on the cart is 2 Gators. The wall comes through. The shatter on the Skyster. Teddy up with a nice shatter. We'll pin him. Oh, no way! I hope that gets clipped. Chat, clip that. Teddy pins into the tries to pin Skyster into the water, saves Skyster, hitting him in the boat, kills himself. Translect will fall, Skyster will fall. Fight still happening on point, etc. Trying to find Vikovs into Poi, trying to find Riddle, but Riddle will get that headshot onto Poi, and Vikovs Riddle showing up on this May. And despite their best efforts, the Gators do end up getting this point.
I respect it. I respect the attempt from Teddy. Unlucky that the boat was there. I think that's happened to me before when I played Ryan. That boat always you always forget about that boat. But Peashooters have a ton of ults coming into this third part. Big shatter.
The Suzu is there, unfortunately, but Vikovs will find Fruitles. I always like the fin cancel shatter personally, but these guys are in a little bit of trouble. Forced to back away. The sights are used by Vikovs trying to, again, depressurize the situation a little bit as both Reinhardt just swinging on each other. Vikovs falling very low after a nice shot by Fruitles. Transflag now using the Valve, looking for more blood as the Blizzard is now used. Won't find anything, actually. The gate comes through as well. So the Gators are using pretty much everything here. They need to win this fight, keep this tempo going as Shell Guy trying to get out with his life will fall to Tedium. As Transflect in trouble, they killed Transflect late. That's so bad for
These
the
are really bad
Peashooters.
staggers.
It looks like they will as we're in 20 seconds left. This cart's still moving, and they're having a shatter now for Tedium any second. No ults for this
Skyster
side.
has to hold his
Skyster
line
white
again.
touch. He forgets.
Oh.
Skyster. All right, we're playing more Rialto.
A little bit of trolling going on in this map from what we've seen. Report Ryan.
Listen, we're all here for this Overwatch game, and all right, the more we get, the better it is.
The crazier the games, the more fun we're having. You love to see these games. So yeah, Peashooters have a minute 18. Gators only have a minute, so we'll see if Peashooters can use that 18 seconds to their advantage. Looks like both teams are going to be running the Ryan comp still.
Yeah. Well, if I remember, I think the Gators had a slightly faster first point cap. If that's anything to go off of, but you know, we're seeing a very, very different composition coming out by the Peashooters. They're opting for this double snipers with the Doomfist. Skyster potentially going for some silly punches. Skyster, I'm gonna make so much fun of you if you punch into the water, by the way. So I hope you're well aware of that. Don't do it. We will see a very typical brawl here, brawl rush by the side of the Gators with that May Symmetra. They might just teleport on that high ground as they do it immediately because it's so much trouble. What a coach gun by Poi! The punch won't quite send anyone off, but Poi will find etc. very early. Just a hero coach gun as the dynamite will come through, not quite finding anyone, so won't be building that Bob up too quick as Raz is jumping up into the face of this Ash, falling very low. Is not respecting this at all. As now etc. trying to get up there, as it's going to be the long walk around by Teddy M just to fully deny this high ground. Skyster in the back line needs to be careful. He's very low. His Translect falls to Frutal. Teddy M will find Vickoff. And this is the start you need if you're the Gators. They should be able to just snowball this. This point now will fall to Riddle Dog, and the Gators are pouncing. Riddle Dog falls, or sorry, Frutals falls as Skyster gets pinned. What a pin! Suzu does come, but just a second too late as the wall comes through. Oh, the nice boot by etc. Puts Skyster into the brink. Yeah, I felt that one, Skyster, as he spam key mashes on the keyboard.
Looks like Peashooters are gonna try and contest, but I don't think this is a good idea. You're just gonna get staggered even more. Skyster may be able to get back though.
Yeah, nice dynamite, but Poi will fall. Fruitals does fall to Vickoffs though, so potentially winnable. But you're gonna have a shatter and a window coming out from the Gators soon, as Vickoffs will now fall to Razmataz. Riddle Dog finding Cello Guy, as well as Skyster falling very soon. Does use the Meteor Strike, is still contesting, but no one is dying on the side of the Gators. As in fact, Teddy M will find Translect first, and the beat just to make sure. It's now Poi's last one alive on this cart. And unfortunately, I don't think an Ash can live very long with a Reinhardt swinging on her.
The tempo is very heavily swinging in the favor of the Gators. They are the Peashooters tried to contest that. Maybe could have worked, but just very hard when you're down.
Again coming through is just a Lucio on the card, so maybe if they can find that cheeky pick on a Lucio can punish, but Teddy M finds Shell Guy immediately. Razmataz finding Vickoffs, now once again fighting very down for the side of the Peashooters as Skyster forced to roll away on that ball. And again, back up now for etc. on this payload. And you lost all of high ground control. Yeah, Gators have such a tempo swing after those initial fights. They have 4 ults
compared to the 2 from the Peashooters.
Skyster getting maybe a little bit too creative up there. Will fall very low. Does have the Suzu to come through. The Bob onto point, but Riddle Dog finds Poi. Brutal finds Shell Guy. The Blizzard and the wall come through just to freeze up Bob. Get that card progression still moving. The Weaver pull to save Bob's life as Translect will pay for it. As Frutals will find him. Vickoff longer, also falling to Frutals. The ball. Last one standing, but Skyster, surely he dies. He's so low. No, Frutals gets punished for playing so aggressive, but they have that new spawn. And Teddy M just walking. He has a shatter. Play it down. Play it. Yeah. Okay. Well, he dies, but he gets Shell Guy work.
Okay, gonna be a very scrappy fight coming in as both the tanks are down. Skyster though does get back first. Big mines on the point. Gonna be very
tough for them to deal with that. But the window comes through by Razmataz. The lamp is immediately broken by Skyster as he will just push everyone off and force the ball 9. But you take that if you are a Gators. They had such a tempo shift and just had so much momentum throughout that.
Yeah, that is going to be very hard for the Peashooters to match that tempo. I like the comp they ran. They ran the Symmetra Rhine TP comp. It worked very well at just getting the high grounds under their control, like preventing Vickoffs from setting up. And they had a ton of ults just coming in. They used their ults very well to just continue the snowball. So gonna be a big uphill climb for the Peashooters to win this map. We'll see if they can do it.
Well, Frutals taking my challenge to get to 40 deaths here, so we'll see just how hard of a climb this does end up being for the Peashooters. But we will see again a very anti-tank composition here by the side of the Gators with that Sombra, Bastion, Moira, Bap, Reinhardt. But Pharah Mercy for the side of the Peashooters is going to be pretty hard to deal with, especially if you're able to find Riddle Dog early.
I like these switches. This is definitely gonna throw the Gators off probably. Just very hard to like rush onto a target when this comp.
Ooh, but Fruitles in the back line looking for Transflect. He should be able to get him here. No one's really able to help Transflect in the current spot. But instead of opting to not quite go for it yet, as Vikov's falling very, very low. They need to be careful. I think Fruitles is waiting. Right, they're trying to burn as much time as they can before showing, and there they go. They're looking for Transflect. The nice engage trying to come through as Tedium walks forward. They find Transflect early. Skyser half HP, trying to find this Bastion now on the front line, but the res comes through by Jello Guy. Vikov's will find Riddle Dog, in fact, so that's a nice pick. And Poi should be uncontested now in this high ground as Tedium walking forward, trying to find more. As Vikov's chunking that damage, but Poi very low. They will get etc. Not quite able to find him. And Poi with the double kill finds Raz. Fruitles will then also fall. And again, it looks like nice pin does get canceled as Tedium will fall, but Riddle Dog swapping over onto that Cassie just to try to deal with Poi a little bit easier.
This is a very long. It's a very long distance to go for the Peashooters, but they have ult going up very fast.
Jello Guy accidentally sightlined Poi, and now Poi's dead, and it's gonna be a very hard res to make as Jello Guy will fall to Fruitles going for it. Transflex's now alone on card as well, and it's overtime. Skyster's trying to come to help, but etc. has that fade and that orb, and Tedium is there just swinging on him. And I think this is it for the Peashooters, unless again Skyster has some miracle, but Vikos falls, Skyster falls, and yeah, the Gators making it 2-1 in this series.
Great map from the Gators. Definitely played their compositions better throughout this map. Peashooters kind of got a little too aggressive at the end. They're really trying to like push the temple, but just got early picked, and that was just not a great start. And then from that, it's just very hard uphill climb from there for them to recover.
Yeah, well, we're going to head into a quick map break. I know there's going to be some ringer stuff going on, so just be aware that this could be a little bit longer of a map break as we'll be heading into, I believe, either a flashpoint or a push map. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back very soon. And yeah, currently 2-1 for the Gators.
We are just shadows. It's supposed to be that we die. It doesn't matter if there is no light anymore, no light anymore. 'Cause we are born as living fights. We live to die. We live to die, and we surrounded by the night. We live to die. We are shadows in the neon light.
Welcome back, everybody, to map 4, New Junk City, Flashpoint in this Pusheen Bowl for the Pusheen Power Prize. The Glasgow Gators are currently up 2-1 against the Perth Peashooters. Again, with a little bit of silly goofiness going on, but we do see a couple changes coming through. Let's walk through them here, EJ. What do you think?
For the Peashooters, we do have Poi coming back onto tank and Skycer on DPS now. And then we also have Yak coming in as Vikov's had to leave, unfortunately. But we have Yak in now to play in his place. On the other side, we have ETC playing tank for the Gators. So we'll see. Looking like a classic Peashooter comp coming out for them. We'll see if ETC's Ryan can match Poi Zarya.
Yeah, again, definitely the comp favors, I believe, the Gators with this kind of Junkrat Ryan, kind of very aggressive in the Poi. It's gonna be tough for him to stay alive if he does use his bubbles on Skycer to try to get that value in the backline. So, but an early hack on Teddy immediately by Transflect just absolutely demolishes Teddy at the start of the fight. And Skycer falling a little bit low, but etc. needs to be careful now down that tracer. So not much pressure as the bubble will come through, and the backline's in so much trouble. Yak falling low, but Skycer will find Riddle Dog first. Is a nice sleep on a Transflect by Fruitles, but Fruitles actually finding that pick. Etc. will fall. Razzmatazz will fall. Yak will find Fruitles. So it looks like the point will flip, starting with the Perth Peashooters in control as we see Etc. swapping over onto that Zarya himself.
Yeah, that was a great entry pick by the Sombra to hack the Tracer and just like burst them down. It's very easy now to get high burst with the new Sombra changes. So, Teddy, I'm gonna have to be a little more careful with how they position.
Okay, we have the Weaver versus Tracer 1v1 going on right now outside of point. Is Shell Guy trying to find Teddy as Etc. now walking at Skycer. Skycer falling very low. Needs to be careful, kind of out of position. So low, but so's Riddle Dog. And Etc. completely alone will die to Poi as Poi cleaning that one up. Skycer now anti needs to be a little bit careful using that deflect as Riddle just pumping in that damage, but will fall to Yak with a nice headshot. And it looks like Razzmatazz will get killed towards the end of the fight. And now the Perth Peashooters are being so aggressive walking forward, finding that pick on Teddy M.
Yeah, and being this aggressive is really good because then it prevents them from getting another fight. Like they might be able to touch here, but just barely. But they're gonna go early again. Big hook though from ETC.
Grav and Blade do come out. Typhoon, by the way, I think we're still on the score window.
Tracer might be able to touch
map. So Tracer is heading onto the point by Teddy M. Won't quite flip it as the Sombra's there. Teddy M falling very low is forced to recall in this intense 1v1 as Suzu comes through by Yak and the headshot as well. Teddy M will fall and we'll go to the next point on this flashpoint map. It's a nice hook onto Poi. Poi in trouble will fall. So that's a good reset for the Gators at least. Getting rid of all that extra energy. And I don't know where the point is. I don't think we can see it.
I don't see it either. We'll see where they head.
It looks like it's this junkyard area, so...
yeah. Gators have a pretty good amount of ults because they didn't really have to invest because they were kind of like pushing their...
Sleep on the Skycer. Sorry.
Big sleep. But Rush is invested to try and win out the fight still. Same with Tree?
Yeah, Gate and Tree both come out. Both supports of the Peashooters use their ults as Shell Guy gets pulled by Teddy M. Yak falling very low. The high noon by Real Dog to confirm the point. But Yak finds Teddy M. The EMP comes through. Yak will fall. Teddy M will fall. Transflect will fall. Nano comes out as well as Whole Hog. So both teams using everything in this fight as it will be the Gators kind of ending up on top here. Not the greatest of ult rotations, I think, for the side of the Perth Peashooters.
Yeah, they kind of used Tree like on the back side of like the point where like no one was fighting. Maybe a misclick there, but
Riddle Dog, a nice shot by Riddle Dog. We'll get Sketch out of the fight very early. Now you're walking into a 4v5, but Fruitles does fall, so no Ana is very
fight.
good for the side. Oh, but a nice hook. Poise now so out of position as Raz using that tree of life to keep up, etc. As the grip onto Poi, keeping him up as well. Yak falling very low. Translocate has to translocate out as that tree keeping everyone nice and healthy on the point. Really good tree by Raz there. As now Skyster is back, looking in the back line. Real Dog is the first to fall to Yak. The okay. Poi probably wants that one back. The grab did kind of miss everything, but hook will miss by etc. The point is still in favor. Skyster will find Razorchat, Shell Guy falling so low. Etc. will fall the Yak as well. Skyster finding Fruitals, Poi finding Tenium. And this point will swap over. But again, at what cost right now for the Perth Peashooters?
Yeah, they still have a pretty decent amount of ults. That grab, I think, was a zoning grab to deny the pedal platform from being used, but Peashooters still have pretty decent ults. ETC coming close to the hog ult though, so that could be a lot of disruption for the upcoming fight.
A nice bubble again by Poi, blocking any of that hook value as once again, very aggressive positioning by the Peashooters as Skyster is forced. It does come through with the blade. He's going in, won't quite find anyone as he's pulled away. Translocate does find Fruitals though. Skyster will fall to Tedium. So it is an even fight right now, but being down your Ana is so close to Nanos, a little bit better right now, I think, for the Peashooters. The tree comes through as well as the gate once again. Both supports using their ultimates so early into this fight, but it does it does finalize this point capture for the Perth Peashooters and forces Riddle Dog to use that high noon, not finding any value.
Peashooters are just not letting the Gators get any room to even try
What
to
a sleep with the bubble and pull. Sorry, continue.
Big sleep, but yeah, big peel. They're just not letting them get any sort of time to just go to point. They're just constantly like going to their spawn, running over them. Big grab.
Oh my goodness, the solo grab on Riddle.
As the
Hey, did anyone ever tell this Poi guy is pretty good at tank?
he very much so is a good tank. Both teams are not really on the point. They're kind of fighting in their spawn. Okay, but Peashooters do have someone contesting.
Yeah, so Real Dog does find Yak at the start, but they do get the point as well for the side of the Peashooters. So these guys are very low, is able to dash out, staying alive. But etc. now just walking in, does get hacked up by Translocate. This is gonna be a very big EMP if the Gators are not careful, but I think they know what's coming. They have their own ultimates to work with. As it does get dropped, they're looking for Fruitals, but the tree by Razmataz will keep everybody healthy. A nice hook as well, but is pulled away. Translocate will die, and the Bob goes on to point just to get a little bit of congestion going. But Poi just walking so aggressive in the backline. Skyster will fall, and Poi needs to be very careful now. As the rest of the Gators now walking to the point. The grab comes through, the pedal platform is there to save the lives of both Raz and Fruitals, the life grip as well. Shell Guy will die after getting trapped on that point, but the hook onto Ox. They're trying to just stall out this point as long as they can. They're at 78%, 79. Yak will fall, but Teddy dies as well to Poi. The supports are almost back for him. Genji's in. Translocate will fall to ETC. But Riddle very low. The blade comes out. They find Fruitals. The bomb finds Skyster and Poi. So they get it to 99. And all that's left is a nano for the side of the Gators. As Shell Guy does have that ult, but could get staggered out pretty hard by Riddle if they're not careful.
I think that was a great play by Skyster to pull blade there. Like that they had to like use ults there, or else Skyster would have gotten a lot of kills. The big tire from Riddle Dog to stop that. But 99% Peashooters looking very good right now. And
Skyster does deflect the hook, so he just won't have the big hack onto Fruitals, but not quite able to get the kill. They need to find that pick. Riddle Dog falls first. That's a good opening pick by Yak. Skyster now falling very low. A nice pull to keep him alive. The tree is forced. Yak on a rampage right now. Now finds Teddy M as Fruitals will fall as well as using that nano onto ETC, but ETC is getting blown up so much. Razorchat will fall. It's just him on point, and it will flip over. And the Perth Peashooters taking us to a map 5. We couldn't ask for a better bowl game than this, ladies and gentlemen. We're
definitely
here
couldn't.
for the final map. Any takeaways quick, EJ, before we head into a map break?
Well, I just think Poi is leading very well, making sure that they use any advantage that they can. They're just running into their spawn, not letting them set up at all. And Yak was honestly doing so well on the Kiriko
Hmm.
to just get random picks and like just picks in general just to swing these fights.
Mhm.
So yeah, very well done by the Peashooters. Gators will have to step up for this map 5 if they want to win this this Pusheen Bowl.
Well, it will be a King of the Hill map, and we'll take you straight into that overtime right after this Mac break. Don't go anywhere in this very, very exciting series.
You are what I waited for. Oh, you make me touch the sky when I'm down. 'Cause when I'm with you, I'm fine. When you go, I'm sad. I like my life with you. Oh, 'cause you are one love, one love. And I'm not saying lies, you're the one in my heart, my heart. You make me feel alive, a little crazy. When you make me smile, smile. I feel like can't lie, lie. One love, one love. And I'm not saying lies, I feel crazy. I'm not saying lies, I feel crazy. You are what I waited for. Oh, you make me touch the sky when I'm down. 'Cause when I'm with you, I'm fine. When you go, I'm sad. I like my life with you. Oh.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to our final map of this Pusheen Bowl. All right, we got 2-2 between the Glasgow Gators and the Perth Peashooters in their last match of this season. Right, so, sorry, let me make sure I did say R. Okay, so you know, every map has been so close. Could be flipping either side. I'm excited. EJ, are you excited? As
I
we
am
head into
very
this time?
excited. Gators coming out now with their main lineup that they have been running this season. And Peashooters are switching it up, putting Transfruct on the tank for this final map. We'll see what he plays and how he does. Yak still on support and Skyster now back on support. His main role that he's been playing for most of the season.
So it isn't quite the main roster for the Gators, as Fruitles is in on that support. Normally we see a flip flop or a Razmataz.
That's true.
But still very scary, right? You're Flawless on their main, etc., and Teddy on their mains. And I'm not seeing any funny business left over from these Gators as they're coming out on this very brawl-intensive map here on that brawl.
Reinhardt versus Ramatra comps. So this is a pretty even matchup. Ramatra wants to play slow. Ryan wants to just get in the Ram's face.
The big pin by
Big
Flawless will immediately take Translate out of the fight. ETC, though, as well, will fall off with this nice off angle by Poi, putting that pressure on the side. The pin coming through, trying to find Cello Guy, but Flawless is now getting burned down as a big anti-nade onto Poi, but Flawless will fall. Picks are in favor right now for the side, as Yak and Poi once again finding theirs. Teddy M will fall, Real Dog will fall, Fruitles will fall, and again, very nice start by Poi, getting that off angle, getting those picks, and then following up by Yak and Cello Guy getting their own. It's Poi once again on a rampage, finding ETC.
Yeah, DPS in supports just getting tons of good picks.
Oh no, Poi! He tried to run the straight line against the charge, doesn't quite work out for him. Poi is splattered against the walls, but Teddy M does die to. Yak is currently playing out of his mind. All right, how come he can't
really
play
playing
like that?
well?
I'm kidding. As now the turret form is used. We'll find Skyster, ETC, of course, like that Bash pick, as lots will fall to Cello Guy. Now out of that turret form, as Transflag now able to walk forward. This gets Suzu nice and healthy. ETC will follow. It is slept up though, so can't really find much more. As Riddle Dog with a late death by Poi, so as yeah, the Peashooters are just kind of walking forward. Cello Guy finds Fruitals. One falling a little low, but Transflag finds Flawless, and you know the Peashooters are just kind of stuffing the Gators right now.
Yeah, like in the other map, they're just like camping their spawn, just not letting them push onto the point at all. 5 ults for the Peashooters, 5 ults also close for the Gators.
Yeah, early pin by Flawless. The gate comes through by Yak on this off angle. They have to use the nano to keep Flawless alive. Nemesis form is used by Transflag, but he's getting so much damage. Pops through a Mantra ult. The Annihilation just to try to burn down Flawless and have a little bit more healing. The lamp comes through. They're trying to find Yak with his overclock, but Yak finds Teddy M. The Shadow whips. Oh, sorry, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I can't really tell. But Poi finds 2. Real Dog Fruitals will both fall. Cello Guy will fall to Flawless. Flawless finding 2. Finds Yak and Cello Guy. Transflag will find it, etc. Flawless will fall at the end of the fight to Poi. And the Perth Peashooters, a dominant showing on this map so far.
Transflag Tank is going ham on the Gators.
Transflag Tank, I'm playing very well. I'm looking at Yak and I'm looking at Poi right now. They are being absolute menaces on these off angles. It's so hard for Flawless to get any value because he can't look at both of them.
Yeah, Yak is honestly going, quite literally going nuclear for the Peashooters as their ringer for Vikos. He's playing very well.
Honestly, he's playing as well as Vikos was earlier, right? Vikos was getting these same picks, and you know this is almost like this damage support line is doing wonders for the Peashooters right now.
Yeah, I mean supports having good mechanics is really good for just getting random picks, and DPS players do have really good mechanics. Bastion coming out for the Gators.
Yeah, we do see the early Ramatra Nemesis by Transflag as he's getting burnt down by Teddy M on this Reaper. Will fall to etc. Now there's so much damage going into Transflag that's so hard for him to stay alive. As now Poi and Cello Guy trying to get a little bit of value here, but a nice boop onto Cello Guy. Now he's out of position. Will fall. Poi will fall. Skyster will fall. And just as we were singing the praises of the Perth Features, the Gators come out in dominant fashion and are walking to the spawn room as Poi will find Fruitals. Maybe a little bit too aggressive there by Fruitals, but the point is in favor of the Glasgow Gators.
Yeah, and I like the Bastion swap coming out. Just really like makes the Peashooters like have to think twice before they position. Big anti.
Yeah, big window comes through. We'll find Cello Guy through it as well as Transflag. That damages so much with that Bastion in the window. As Teddy M going in, we'll find Skyster, we'll find Poi. It's just Yak left on this point. And, oh, he's getting staggered out a little bit as a Suzu. Unfortunately, the Kiriko cannot 1v5.
Yeah, window invested by the Gators, while Peashooters both have 2 support ults coming up, as well as the Ramatra ult coming up. Flawless still does have his Ramatra ult, and they also have their DPS ult. So, still
you do see the swaps of Junkrat and Soldier, as well as Flawless with a very early Nemesis form does get slept up. The Bastion ult will come through, won't quite find anything, but Poi falling very low. So is Skyster, maybe getting out with their lives. No, Skyster will die to Tedium as they chase down that Ana, but Yak finds etc. So Poi also falling to Tedium. Tedium right now playing very well. Both are Mantras suffering as they have, as they find Fruitals and Cello Guy respectively punching at Tedium. Transflag will find that pick right now, but Flawless taking just less pressure overall will end up winning that Ramatra duel. And it's pretty much a full team wipe for the Peashooters as Poi and Yak are trying to make it happen, but the nano comes through. Can they? I mean, 10% left on this clock as Fruitals will fall. The nano is used on Poi, so there won't be a beat in this fight as Flawless will fall. The teleport by Tedium will find Poi. The lamp or the window is used as well by Riddle Dog. They'll find Transflag as Tedium. It looks like he's gonna ult. Window win. But the Suzu's there. And they don't touch the point.
not what you want to have happen if you are the Peashooters. And Gators increased their tempo up ×2 in this last round. Even it up. It's a third round on control on map 5, so one team
We
has to
could
win
have a better
eventually.
ending.
So yeah, the Lucio pick from Frutos is really increasing the tempo of the Gators. So this is a more open map though, so we'll see if the Lucio can work well here, if they can still keep that fast tempo going in this more wide open sightline map.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure why they did the Sojourn swap, right? The Reaper was just getting so much damage into Transflect that he ended up losing just so many of those Ramachu duels just because there's so much damage being pumped into him. So maybe Teddy M trying to play a little bit more single target removal. They think Transflect isn't going to be as big as a problem on this Ramacha as turret form already used by etc. as they are now setting up on point for the Perth Peashooters already, but Poi and Yak are kind of out of it, but Skyster finds Fruitals, but will also fall. Both Nemesis forms do get popped. ETC falls, Shell Guy falls, Poi falls. The map does start in favor of the Pusheens, but it's just Transflect and Yak here, and Transflect is just getting bursted so much that Flawless will get this pick early, as Yak, trying to get any finishing blows there, will get stalled out by Flawless, as a point very quickly swapping over in favor of the Glasgow Gators.
It very much seems like a win condition for the Gators to just run over Skyster. Do not let him set up anywhere and pump out healing. Just get him eliminated immediately, and that like forces the Peashooters in a really awkward spot. They're down there on their Kiriko's on a flank.
Etc. does blow up immediately though, and a big anti-nade onto Teddy M, Riddle Dog, and Flawless will cause them to all get cleaned up. Yak will fall, Chill Guy will fall, so Flawless still in this fight as well as Fruitals. They're trying to find him, but Skyster will eventually put him down. Flawless trying to run back to spawn. We'll get that Mega staying nice and healthy. Won't die here as the point will flip, and we're just going back to back here. If the map 1 was the Gator show and map 2 was, or sorry, map 1 was the Peashooters show and the map 2 was the Gator show, this can really be anyone's map right now.
Yep. Window for Riddle Dog. Can put that out early.
Yeah, they had to use Lamp already though, so Skyster are under a lot of pressure as well as Transflect, but they're able to just sightline that so well. Force out the window, force out the lamp, force out the turret form. If they pounce right now, but Skyster falls, Poi uses the ult, finds Flawless, finds Teddy M. This is still winnable. Fruitals finds Shell Guy, but Poi finds etc. again. Poi on a rampage, Yak finds 2. And the X Marshmallow Monster's on a rampage right now as Yak finds 2 and Poi finds 3. And this map's still staying under control.
4 ults for the Peashooters coming into this next fight. While the Gators are switching up a few things. They have ETC on the Widow and Fruitals on the Ana. The Widow could catch someone off guard if they're not checking.
Ooh, the first shot will miss. Poi very low, will just immediately get burnt out by Flawless. The gate comes through by Yak, try to keep everyone alive. Susan comes through, Riddle Dog will fall, etc. will fall, Flawless will fall. As you know what, you definitely take that if you're the Peashooters, right? You probably didn't need to use that nano if you're Skyster, but you guarantee the fight win. You guarantee that you're forcing kind of last fight territory now for the Gators as they're facing an overclock Winston swap, and Cello Guy in a lot of trouble currently being dove by Flawless. But...
I mean, Simwell can really easily deny the.
Oh, what an anti again
overclock.
by Skyster!
Crazy anti. Peashooters have control of the point
low.
first.
The jump comes in onto Yak, but he's so mobile, he's not able to get anything. Nemesis form is used by Transflect. Another big anti forces Flawless to jump out. It's overtime, no one can touch. They're not gonna get there.
They can't touch.
Oh my goodness, and that's such a sad way to end for the Gators, right? They just got zoned off completely by Skyster. Anti-nades will end up with a C9 in that last fight, but you know, what a series. We went to a map 5, we went to map 3 of Control. You couldn't have asked for a better Pusheen Bowl, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. It had to go to the last possible round of Control. Very competitive game. Both these teams played very well, but Peashooters just had the tempo at the end. They had the better picks that they were getting, and they end up closing it.
Yeah, and again, both these teams, great showings this season. I personally, I will say, per se, at the start of the season, I did expect both these teams to do a lot better, but I think they ran into just a little bit of troubles just with availability and everything like that. So it is a little unfortunate to see both of them kind of ending at the lower end of the bracket. But what a way to end for both these teams. They clearly had fun this series, and they made sure that their last match was a memorable one with this team. So with that, let's decide on an MVP. And you know what, EJ, I'm gonna let you decide.
This is really hard. All the players on the Peashooters played very well tonight, including Yak that came in at later on. I'd say, based on what I saw, I think it's really hard because I think Vikos played well, and I think Yak played well when he came in. They both did like the same thing.
We can give it to the both of them then. They're the
Let's-
same person after all today.
Let's give it to the both of them, but then we can get Yak in for the interview if we are
Yeah.
doing an interview.
So let's get them in here. The Riddle will pull them in, surely. So yeah, so again, again, normally DPS players had great showings on the Kiriko today. They got the picks, they got the momentum Peashooters needed. Congratulations, Vikoffs! You are you are MVP player of the match, MVP for the Pusheen Bowl. You won the Pusheen Power Prize. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I was playing the OP role, healing OP.
Well, in all 5 of your maps today, Vikoffs and I guess Yak is who is in.
No,
here
I'm
today.
Vikoffs.
Yeah, you're Vikoffs. Again, we talked about how normally, Genji players, DPS players, you were clicking a lot of heads. You were clicking a lot of heads as Kiriko, and able to just stay alive. Great Suses, great teleportation. How are you feeling today in this last match with your team?
I'm feeling great. I think my Kiriko gameplay was pretty good. Modeled after Typhoon. Typhoon loves my Kiriko. He can vouch for it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
How would you say that kind of the mood was with the team? Obviously, it's kind of a melancholy feeling. It's the last match, but you got to end it with a win. How does it feel to officially be winning the Aurora Pusheen Bowl this year? Yeah.
I think I'm lagging.
I might also be lagging. I don't know. Hello? Hello? All right. Well, I'm sure Vikoffs would say he's had it's been a great season. He's had a lot of fun playing with the Peashooters. He definitely looked like he had a lot of fun. I watched a couple of the streams. I think he definitely had a great time. And I'm sure Yak would agree, getting to play a role he normally doesn't get to in the league, and definitely played it very well here. So not to take the answer from him, as it looks like he is kind of lagging out a little bit and muted. So we'll see. I'll send him a DM and see if we can answer El Clasico. I know a little unfortunate we couldn't get it with voice, but maybe he's able to get back in here.
Yeah.
If you could not win, or I guess EJ, do you have any other questions I can send?
No other question for me. I just think Yak and Vikoffs, they just both played really well. It was really fun to see them like go on those little flanks, and it was like they'd take all these off angles, and it'd really be a pain to deal with. So very well played by both of them.
I did get the response from Yak that the El Clasico would go to my mother. So congratulations to Taffy. Really showed up today. Did a great job playing for the Peashooters. So with that, again, congratulations Peashooters winning the Pusheen Power Prize and the first official, I believe, bowl game besides playoffs. So congratulations to them. Again, I know it's a little sad, but we hope to see you all next season. Gators, thanks for showing up. It was a very close series. You guys had a great season. I loved watching you guys. I was on the Gator train the whole time, but I've been FlamboJambo on the play-by-play, joined by the incredible EJ, providing that great color commentary for you guys today, as well as Typhoon doing that prod. So make sure you send some thanks to those guys. We couldn't do it without them, and we'll see you guys in the next bowl game. Have a good night.